Consider a concrete example of how to recover the utility function from X star. The goal of this example is to give you some confidence with the methods and some practice on how to do the actual calculation. So suppose that you observe from the data that the demand function is equal to 10 divided by p minus 1. That's the actual function that you end up with. How do you end up computing the utility function? Well, the first thing that you know is that from this, you can conclude that the inverse demand function, just by inverting it, is equal to, how do you do this? You set this equals to x, and then you solve the algebra, so that gives you equals to 10 of divided by x plus 1. And the next thing that you know is that as we saw in last video, bf of x is going to be equal, the benefit function, to a constant that we're not going to be able to pin down, plus the integral from 0 to x of the area under the inverse demand function, which is this 10 over u plus 1 du. Now, if we solve that integral, this is going to be equal to b0 plus 10, the logarithm of u plus 1, evaluated between x and 0, and that is going to be equal to 10, the logarithm of x plus 1 plus b0 minus 0, where this is the constant that we cannot pin out. Now we have the benefit function formula, so what do we know now? We know that the utility function, substituting back by the quasi-linearity assumption, so by quasi-linearity, this is going to imply that the utility function is going to be equal to this benefit function, 10 logarithm of x plus 1 plus m, and of course, it goes without saying, plus this constant that we haven't been able to determine, so the constant is undetermined. But notice how we're starting with behavior, we have ended up with a precise formula for the utility function that we never observed directly. Now here's one good exercise for you that I'm not going to do explicitly, but that if this is not 100% transparent to you, you should try. Now that you have recovered the preferences, you can go back the other way, as we did in the first part of this unit, and show that if you start with this utility function, the optimal demand function is going to look like that. And that completes the loop. That hopefully will help you feel very comfortable with this material.